Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a like up. The Young and the Restless predictions for the week have Sharon Newman's mental breakdown worsening to the point that Nick Newman takes drastic action to get her back on the right track. These Y&R predictions are based on recent episodes, official CBS spoilers, and the new weekly promo. First up on Y&R, Victoria Newman, Amelia Heinel, may step into the role of the family black sheep. That's a position usually occupied by her brother, Adam Newman, Mark Grossman. She's defying her father, Victor Newman, Eric Braeden, both personally and professionally. So it all started when her dad told Cole Howard, J. Eddie Peck, to stay away from his daughter. But he ignored Victor and took Victoria to bed. On Monday, Young and the Restless spoilers see Cole telling Victoria he's moving to Genoa City for her and their daughter. Then, on the work front, Victoria's in a moral quandary because Victor's targeting Billy Abbott, Jason Thompson. She wants to warn Billy, but this puts her at odds with her father. On Friday, spoilers say Victor snaps at Victoria. Is Daddy's girl now a black sheep on Y&R? Next in Y&R predictions, Chelsea Lawson, Melissa Claire Egan, and Adam could have another hookup. On Tuesday's Young and the Restless spoilers, Billy remains stubborn on his split from Chelsea. In the Y&R promo spoilers, Connor Newman, Judah Mackey, tells Adam that he and Sally Spectra, Courtney Hope, had a good thing. But what he had with Chelsea was something more. With both Chelsea and Adam facing rejection, they might repeat what they did in Baltimore. Next on the prediction roster, Sharon Newman, Sharon Case, might kidnap Daniel Romalotti, Michael Graziadei. On Monday, Young and the Restless spoilers see Sharon's hallucination, Cameron Kirsten, Lyndon Ashby, pushing her to target Daniel. And Sharon realizes the repulsive suggestion is really her own. So Sharon's seen yelling at her hallucination on the patio of Crimson Lights. Then, when Daniel shows up on Y&R, Sharon asks him to talk privately. By Thursday, Y&R spoilers confirm Sharon tries to cover up what she did. I suspect she might drug Daniel's coffee and stash him somewhere. She's tormented by memories of Cassie Newman's, Karen Grimes' death and thinks Daniel needs to pay. This leads me to my next prediction. Nick Newman, Joshua Morrow, may drag Sharon to Fairview Psychiatric Hospital to prevent her arrest. Young and the Restless spoilers remind that Phyllis Summers, Michelle Stafford, already urged Nick to commit Sharon Newman. On Monday, CBS daytime spoilers show Nick discussing Sharon's missed doctor's appointment and unanswered calls. Mariah Copeland, Karen Grimes, and Faith Newman, Raylan Castor, go with Nick to Sharon's house. It's a mess, and she's gone. By Friday, Maria busts Sharon in a lie, and Nick Newman seeks advice on helping her. I think he might have Sharon Newman involuntarily committed before things escalate further. And no, Nick's not her husband. But he's her co-parent, and if Nick feels Sharon is a danger to herself or others, he could certainly get a psych hold put in place. Young and the Restless spoilers see Sharon acting out and spiraling, and Nick Newman needs to help her. Lastly, Audra Charles, Zulika Silver, may try to jump ship to Jabot. She's fallen out of favor with Victor thanks to Kyle Abbott, Michael Mueller. Victor confronted Audra about revealing his ownership of Glissade to Nate Hastings, seen Dominic, but didn't fire her. Audra knows she's on thin ice, and since she's angry at Kyle, might approach Jack Abbott, Peter Bergman. Perhaps Audra offers inside information on Glissade in exchange for a job. This could be her way of burning bridges with both Kyle and Victor simultaneously. The fictional town of Genoa City has been home to countless emotional twists and shocking turns, and if recent developments on The Young and the Restless are any indication, another storm is brewing. At the center of the latest speculation is Nick Newman and his ex-wife Sharon Rosales. With Sharon's mental health appearing to waver, fans are left wondering if Nick will be forced to make the heart-wrenching decision to have Sharon admitted to Fairview, the local mental health facility. Let's unpack the possibilities and explore how this story could unfold. Over the past few weeks, viewers have witnessed Sharon grappling with immense emotional distress. The death of Ray Rosales left a profound void in her life, and while Sharon initially seemed to handle her grief with strength, cracks in her composure have started to show. Flashbacks of her battles with mental health, including her diagnosis of bipolar disorder, are hinted at through her erratic behavior, sleepless nights, and moments of detachment. Adding to Sharon's stress is her growing fear for her children. Faith struggles with college life, and Noah's sudden withdrawal from his relationship with Allie have left Sharon feeling powerless. The situation takes a darker turn when Sharon begins hearing Ray's voice, believing he's trying to send her messages from beyond the grave. While Sharon's loved ones initially chalk up her behavior to grief, Nick's concern starts to deepen. He knows Sharon better than almost anyone and can sense when something isn't right. Despite their romantic history being long behind them, Nick still feels a deep sense of responsibility for Sharon, especially when their daughter Faith begins to worry that her mother is spiraling. Nick is no stranger to difficult decisions. Over the years, he's had to navigate family betrayals, corporate power plays, and personal heartbreak. However, the thought of intervening in Sharon's mental health hits closer to home than anything he's faced before. The tipping point comes during a heated exchange at Crimson Lights. Sharon, frustrated by Nick's attempts to help, lashes out in front of patrons, accusing him of not understanding her pain. When Nick finds Sharon later that evening, she's sitting alone in the darkened coffee house, speaking softly to herself as though Ray were in the room. Torn between respecting Sharon's autonomy and ensuring her safety, Nick seeks advice from trusted confidants. His sister Victoria warns him not to overstep, pointing out Sharon's fierce independence. Meanwhile, Sharon's friend Maria urges Nick to act before things spiral further out of control. Ultimately, it's a candid conversation with Nikki Newman that pushes Nick toward a decision. Nikki reminds him of Sharon's strength, but also emphasizes that even the strongest people sometimes need help. In a powerful scene, Nick confronts Sharon at her home. He gently tells her about his concerns, referencing her past struggles and how much he admires her resilience. But Sharon's response is far from what Nick expected. Instead of opening up, she grows defensive, accusing Nick of trying to control her and take away her independence. The tension between them rises, with Sharon ultimately storming out. Nick's decision to involve Fairview comes after a frightening encounter. Sharon is found wandering near the Newman Ranch late at night, visibly confused and clutching Ray's old jacket. Nick, alongside Victor and Faith, realizes they can't ignore the signs any longer. Nick makes the difficult call to Dr. Clay, a psychiatrist who previously worked with Sharon, and arranges for her to be evaluated at Fairview. The moment Sharon is approached by the doctors is heart-wrenching. She pleads with Nick to believe she's fine, tears streaming down her face as she insists she doesn't need to go back to Fairview. Nick's anguish is palpable, but he reassures Sharon that this is about helping her heal, not punishing her. The aftermath of Nick's decision sends shockwaves through Genoa City. Faith, though initially supportive, begins to resent her father for what she sees as a betrayal of Sharon's trust. Maria and Tessa rally around Faith, while Noah distances himself from the family drama entirely, preferring to bury himself in his work at New Hope. Meanwhile, the Newman family is divided. Victor praises Nick for stepping up, likening his decision to the tough calls he's had to make as a father. Victoria, however, remains skeptical, worried that Nick's actions might push Sharon further away. At Fairview, Sharon's journey is anything but smooth. Initially resistant to therapy, she lashes out at Dr. Clay and the staff, accusing them of conspiring with Nick. However, A breakthrough comes when Sharon begins to open up about her unresolved grief over Ray. In an emotional therapy session, she admits that her visions of Ray were her mind's way of trying to hold on to him. For the first time, Sharon acknowledges the depth of her pain and starts to confront it head-on. Just as Sharon begins to show signs of improvement, a shocking twist threatens to derail her progress. Adam Newman, Nick's brother and Sharon's former flame, shows up at Fairview. Claiming he's there to support Sharon, Adam's presence stirs up old feelings and complicates an already fragile situation. While some viewers might see Adam's actions as manipulative, others could interpret them as genuine concern for someone he's never truly stopped caring about. Nick's frustration with Adam reaches a boiling point, leading to a dramatic confrontation outside Fairview. The brothers exchange heated words, with Nick accusing Adam of exploiting Sharon's vulnerability. Adam, in turn, accuses Nick of being overly controlling and failing to see what Sharon truly needs. The story reaches its climax when Sharon, during a supervised visit with her family, makes an emotional plea for understanding. She thanks Nick for his love and support, but also asserts her desire to take control of her healing journey. This moment of empowerment marks a turning point for Sharon, signaling her readiness to move forward on her terms. By the end of the arc, Sharon's time at Fairview becomes a catalyst for growth, not just for her, but for everyone around her. Nick and Sharon find a renewed sense of friendship and trust, while Faith gains a deeper appreciation for her mother's strength. Even Adam's involvement, controversial as it may be, serves to highlight the complexity of relationships in Genoa City. A storyline involving Sharon's mental health and Nick's decision to place her in Fairview has the potential to deliver the kind of emotionally charged drama that The Young and the Restless does best. By exploring themes of grief, resilience, and the challenges of supporting loved ones, this arc could resonate deeply with viewers while giving the characters new layers of depth. Whether Sharon's journey leads to a full recovery or opens the door to new challenges, one thing is certain: Genoa City will never be the same.